Divisibility rules. With our learning target, use divisibility rules for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. What is divisibility means? Divisibility means that you are able to divide a number evenly. By looking at the digits of a large number or by doing simple calculations, you can easily tell whether a number is a factor or a multiple of another number. Let's have these rules. Rule number 1, divisibility by 2. A number is divisible by 2 if its last digit are even numbers or 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Examples. 108 is divisible by 2 because 108 ends in 8. Let's have another example. 85,967,042 is divisible by 2 because the last digit is 2. Rule number 2, divisibility by 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. Examples. 138 is divisible by 3. Why? Because 1 plus 3 plus 8 equals 12, and 12 is divisible by 3. Another example. 3,141 is divisible by 3. Why? Because 3 plus 1 plus 4 plus 1 equals 9, and 9 is divisible by 3. Rule number 3, divisibility by 4. A number is divisible by 4 if the number represented by its last two digits is divisible by 4. Examples. 316 is divisible by 4 because the last two digits, which is 16, is divisible by 4. Another example. 8,920 is divisible by 4 because the last two digits, which is 20, is divisible by 4. Rule number 4, divisibility by 5. A number is divisible by 5 if its last digit is either 0 or 5. Examples. 430 is divisible by 5. Why? Because 430 ends in 0. Another example. 64,655 is divisible by 5 because the last digit is 5. Rule number 5, divisibility by 6. A number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by 2 and 3. Be careful, it is not one or the other. The number must be divisible by both 2 and 3 before you can conclude that it is divisible by 6. Examples. 48 is divisible by 6. Why? Because it is divisible by 2 and 3. It ends in 8, so it's divisible by 2. And the sum of the digits, which is 4 plus 8, is 12, and 12 is divisible by 3. Since it is both divisible by 2 and 3, this 48 is divisible by 6. Rule number 6. Divisibility by 7. To check divisibility rules for 7, study carefully the following example. Is 3,794 divisible by 7? Yes or no? Here's the rules. First, remove the last digit, which is 4. The number becomes 379. Then, double 4 to get 8, or that is 4 times 2, that's 8. Then subtract 8 from 379. That is 379 minus 8 equals 371. 371 is still too big. Thus, we will repeat the process. Remove the last digit in 371, which is 1. The number becomes 37. Then, double 1. That's 1 times 2 to get 2. Then, subtract 2 from 37. So, 37 minus 2 equals 35. Now, is 35 divisible by 7? Yes, it's divisible by 7. Therefore, 3,794 is divisible by 7. Rule number 7. Divisibility by 8. A number is divisible by 8 if the number represented by its last 3 digits is divisible by 8. Examples. 3,128 is divisible by 8 because the last 3 digits, which is 1, 2, and 8, is divisible by 8. More example. 87,320 is divisible by 8 because 320 is divisible by 8. Rule number 8. Divisibility by 9. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 9. Examples. 24,156 is divisible by 9. Why? Because the sum of its digits, or 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 5 plus 6 equals 18. And 18 is divisible by 9. Therefore, 24,156 is divisible by 9. Another example. 3,141 is divisible by 9. Why? Because the sum of its digits is divisible by 9. That is 3 plus 1 plus 4 plus 1 equals 9. And 9 divided by 9 is 1. Next. Rule number 9. Divisibility by 10. A number is divisible by 10 if its last digit or the digit in the ones place is 0. Examples. 750 is divisible by 10 because it ends in 0. Another example. 22,480 is divisible by 10 because the last digit is 0. Rule number 10. Divisibility by 11. A number is divisible by 11 if the difference between the sum of the evenly placed digits and the oddly placed digits is 0 or a multiple of 11. Example. 1232 is divisible by 11. Why? Because 1 plus 3 minus 2 plus 2 equals 0. 1 plus 3 here are the odd numbers, and 2 plus 2 here are the even numbers. Now, when you add both the odd numbers, that is 1 plus 3 equals 4, and the even numbers, which is 2 plus 2 equals 4, and then when you subtract it, 4 minus 4 equals 0, and it has the answer of 0. Therefore, that number is divisible by 11. Rule number 11. Divisibility by 12. If the sum of the digits is divisible by 3 and the last two digits are divisible by 4, be careful, it is not one or the other. The number must be divisible by both 3 and 4 before you can conclude that it is divisible by 12. Let's have these examples. 324 is divisible by 12 because the sum of the digits, or 3 plus 2 plus 4, equals 9, and 9 is divisible by 3. Also, the last two digits of 324 is 24, and 24 is divisible by 4. So this number 324 is both divisible by 3 and 4. Therefore, this is divisible by 12. Now, when to know that a number is divisible by another number? That's right. Of course, you have to know first the divisibility rules. Remember, you can use divisibility rules to determine whether a number is a factor or a multiple of another number. That's all for today. In everything we do, Jesus is glorified. That's all for today. Please like, share, and subscribe to watch more videos. Thank you for watching.